What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Steven Scoots, and today I didn't really have anything in particular to film, so I'm gonna just film this video so I have something good of content to upload for you guys to watch. So I'm gonna get started. By the thumbnail and the title of this video, you already know I'm doing a game, and it's pretty much I'm gonna pick between two teams. And with those two teams, I'm gonna pick either if I would go on either this team or this team, and we're gonna see how it plays out. What are the teams? What team I would take over the other, possibly. And this is just naming the team. Of course, with every single team, there's like contracts and deals and discounts and all this other stuff that goes on. So I'm not even gonna worry about like that. I'm just gonna worry about like, you know, which team would I rather pick versus, you know, if they gave me, let's say, Envy versus like Lucky, like who would I take? Or Mad Gear versus Apex, like, you know, who would I pick over the other team? It's not necessarily like of course, each time when you go to an actual sponsorship team, they're gonna say, you know, they're gonna give you a contract. You have to obey by the contract. If you're a pro, you know, you get paid. How much you get paid? Where do you get to travel to? And you know, all the other stuff. So we're not gonna include that. This is just gonna go as in which team would I pick over the other if it came to that possible decision for sponsorship. Makes sense, right? Okay. Well, I have a list here. Let's get into it and hope for the best. To get started, first teams we're going to pick is Envy and Fasten. They're both awesome teams. I love both their riders because they do very insane tricks. But, unfortunately, I'm going to have to pick Envy because my favorite rider's on there. So I have to go with Envy on that one. So Envy over Fasten. Now I would pick either one. It wouldn't even really matter. It just depends like on the contracts and whatnot. You know, as I said earlier. So I don't know. This is just of like just a thing for like the team or whatever. So next one, Mad Gear or Phoenix. I have ridden a Phoenix scooter before, I have ridden a Mad Gear. They're both very awesome teams, but I feel like Phoenix went more into like street, and Mad Gear is more of a park, but they both do very insane tricks still. They both have very good, talented riders all around the world that just really pretty much kill it every single day at riding. That's pretty hard because Phoenix, they make really good decks. Mad Gear, they make really good parts too. Not sure. If I really had to pick, probably Mad Gear. Because I don't know. I just their parts are more high quality of what they used to be, so I'm just thinking, you know, it might be just better that way. As per se, you know, Phoenix maybe. But Phoenix does make really good freaking parts. I have ridden their parts before. They have done an amazing job. Also Mad Gears too, so there's no hard feelings for either team, but yeah, Mad Gear over Phoenix. Next one, District or Chili. Well, I have heard a ton of bit about Chili. District, they make very light bars. I heard like some parts aren't the best, but I mean that's a pretty equal part to put for you know, District or Chili. So I don't even know. I feel like I would be a little more crazy if I went, I don't know, either team I would do good on, possibly. So I don't know, my guess, that's pretty hard though, because I feel like they're equal teams, but I'm not really sure. Screw it, I'm gonna put Chili. It's the newest team. District has been around for a while. They have really awesome riders. Chili, I don't know a whole lot about, but you know, I would try out if I could. Wouldn't hurt to try, right? Alright, grit or crisp? I feel like Crisp is more of like a way street, and then there's Grit. And I know my friend Bobby Rivez rides that. He rides Grit, and there's a whole ton of freaking riders on Grit that are freaking killing it. So I'm gonna pick Grit over Crisp, easy. AO or Ethic? AO. I know people on AO. I have a friend that's personally on AO. I have met the manager of AO. Ethic, I haven't really met people from there. I have not ridden their parts, but ridden like friends' parts that they rode Ethic. I mean, it's not bad, but they're a little bit too crazy of a street brand. AO is more of like street and park. I don't know so much about Ethic, so I can't, say, but I feel like they're more street. And AO, they kind of mix it between street and park both, so they can both, pretty much kill inside the park. So I don't know, they make really awesome scooters, and I got to ride them before, so it wasn't bad per se. It's pretty good, and they make really good quality parts, so they're doing a good job. AO over Ethic. Elite or Tilt? Elite has a couple of really nuts riders. Also does Tilt, but Tilt is more street. But they do park. So, this is really hard because Ethic, why did I say Ethic? Elite and Tilt, like Tilt is a brand for years now. Elite just came up. I'll stick it out and I would say Tilt. I have ridden their parts before. I saw one of their 4 clamps into a double clamp. Like, they make really good parts, and I like them. So, I don't know. I'm sorry, Elite, but I'm gonna go with Tilt. Let's go Sacrifice or Blunt. You guys already know it. Blunt. Not even gonna say anything. Just easy. I just feel like Sacrifice would like break too easily, and I'm not trying to have a scooter that's gonna break easily. So I would go straight with Blunt right now. Ooh, Aztec or TSI. I'm not sure what Aztec scooters I'm not so well with them, so I'm gonna pick TSI. I've known them since like I first started riding. They build really crazy big decks and everything like that. I feel like they're more street, but I mean, they built some really cool high quality parts back in the day, and probably now they still build really awesome parts. So I'm gonna pick. And plus, every scooter company here builds awesome parts. It's just in my perspective of what they built, of how I look at it versus how you guys would look at it. So I'm just going off of how I look at it. So I would pick TSI over Aztec. 5-star or Urban Art. I don't even know if 5-star is like really a team anymore, but I would pick Urban Art. Just leave it at that. Revolution or Apex? Apex. Not just because they make awesome scooters and they're a really great scooter company and they have really crazy riders, but Revolution, I know the tiniest bit about. They have made John Ray's signature wheels. They make some cool scooter parts, but crazy enough for me. So Apex. Flavor or Havoc? I'm gonna save the best for last. Flavor or Havoc? I used to like Flavor back in the day, but I don't know much about them anymore. I feel like they transit because they were a lot of they were like street and park combined, and now I feel like because some people were telling me that like they went more into a street type of era, so they're not really like too much apart, but they're a little, but they're more of a street, and they're making the decks more street and whatever like that. So I'll kind of go with Havoc, and I've seen a couple riders at Lake Havasu, and they kind of freaking killed it. And yeah, they did good. So yeah, Havoc over Flavor. And then Lucky or Proto. Ooh. I wouldn't even know. They're such a good team. Like, because Tanner's on Lucky. They have really awesome, like Cody Flom and everybody's on Lucky. But also, I know Proto. They're like way more street. They make all these dope ass wheels, clamps, and all type of other stuff like that. But I mean, the more street, I just need something like both. Lucky, they're not that bad of a team. I have ridden like a couple stuff of the past of theirs. It wasn't anything too fancy, but I mean they're both very good teams. For me to pick, I'll have to go with Lucky. I don't know that much about Proto. Like, I might ride one of the clamps right now, but I just don't know much about it. I know it doesn't make sense, but they make very good clamps and stuff. Them Tilt, they make really good high quality clamps. So Proto and Tilt, they make really good clamps. So I'm like, I would like it just like depends on the parts. Like probably it just depends on the bar. Like, cause I ride a certain way with certain scooters. So just depending on like the parts and everything like that, or like what would go behind the scenes versus like sponsorship wise, I don't know. It would just be weird. But I would pick Lucky, but at the same time, I kind of would pick Proto. Like if it was Envy or Fasten, I would pick both teams. Like there would be like no choosing, pretty much. So yeah, I'd pick Lucky. At this very moment, I would pick Lucky. But it still depends on the background factors and whatnot of, you know, what every single team I set in there. But that's my list. How many teams do we have on there? Like 24 teams, something like that. So those are my teams that I picked and made a little video about on which I would go off of. I don't know, like all those teams, those are awesome teams, like in scooter industry. But if I were to pick a team, it would just depend on the background scenes of the contracts, parts, travel, possibly pay, and all this other stuff. And there's just so much behind the scenes of like, I know a lot of people would like to be sponsored and stuff, but behind the scenes what goes on with a lot of sponsorships, like the riders, I don't know if they're gonna tell you as much, because like it's their business to, you know, do all that. So I don't know if they would say as much as they, you know, would per se, but there's stuff that they can't say because they're under contract, and they break that contract, they would be kicked off the team and have a bad reputation on their name, and they're not trying to do that. But I don't know, it would just be different. I don't know, it just depends on each team and what they offer to the rider on if they're AM, if they're pro, if they're just beginning out. I don't know, it just really depends. So I would pick any of those teams. It would just depend on the background stuff. But as again, thank you guys all for watching. That was my list of teams I would pick off of, and hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys should do like a same video and like literally tag me in it on like Instagram, or like message me and be like, go watch this and give me the link to it, or give me your channel name and I'll go search it up. But it would be cool to see what you guys would pick over which team. But I don't know, every team's different, and it was a good thing to like try to sort a couple. Like some were totally off, other ones were totally like they worked out. Like District and Chile, like I wouldn't even know like honestly which one, but I picked Chile because they're a newer team, but there's also District, but I don't even know if they. But I'm done with this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see y'all tomorrow, and hopefully we'll have an awesome skate park video. So stay tuned on the next vlog, because there will be something fun in that. So yeah, peace out. Subscribe if you're new, and if you're already here and you're subscribed, well, like the video and share it, and I'll see you all in 24 hours in that REM. Peace out.